Shit. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Shit. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. Right back like we never left. Culture for the streets. It's time for that. We gonna get right to it though, man. FYBJ, man, was in Chicago, and unfortunately, we know what happened. We don't know if it's ops or just people that's hating, but we do know that they tried to slide. We don't know if it was people that FYBJ, man, really got situation with, or the fact that they just from the other side and they was just trying to get back at the other side. It could be that too. But this just goes to show you, no matter how far you get in your journey and trying to make it, the hate don't go away. The hate gonna increase because the people that didn't like you before you became what you was, they gonna not like you even more because you are who you are now. If you understand what I'm saying. So FYBJ, man, gotta understand that you laughed at a lot of people. You joked about a lot of people in Chicago. Some being from your camp, but most being from outside of your circle. And people gonna always wait for their turn, for the tables to turn. This is the tables turning. You go home to visit, tables turn, and the nigga try you. Anyway, man, let's check this footage out though.
Out of here, son. They shot at me yesterday, bro. I tell you about that though. Yeah, I'm ready to get the fuck on, Sean. I thought I was on some comedian shit, bro. But now y'all still blowing at me though, bro. Still blowing at a comedian is crazy. I thought I changed my life, Sean.
This goes back to what I was just saying about it doesn't matter what you become when you leave the trenches. The trenches still gonna be situated how they situated, even though you left. But when you return, all the issues, the drama, the problems that you left, they still gonna be there. They still gonna be there. So when you go back, you can't just expect for everybody to love you now. Everybody to acknowledge you. Everybody to be mindful of your presence. There's a lot of people that still don't care that you round there. You feel me? So when you make it, hence the why Chief Keef left. Because he knew he had to leave in order for his legacy to work, for him to build his legacy up. So, like, you know what I mean? Keef left and he hasn't been back. Chief Keef was going through things with people from O Block. He was dissing other people that they were supposed to have ties to. He was dissing all the ops. It's only right for you to get up and get up out of there because now that you became the GOAT of where you from, because you created this atmosphere for people to live in from your city, y'all created a whole trend. Chief Keef is the engine to that. But you don't see Chief Keef trying to go back to prove no point. You don't too much see Chief Keef, the ones he took with him, too much trying to come back to prove a point, bro. They live in life. FYBJ, man, you successful now. You got a platform now. You got a voice now. No matter what kind of situation we living in, we can never stop being cautious. We can never get too comfortable. Our heads must always be on the swivel. And this is a prime example of that. This is a prime example of that.
Hey, you need to leave that nasty ass Harold
Sean,
alone
now
too,
don't
man.
do
That
that.
ain't
I'll
it.
bug the fuck up. You know that. You know that, Sean. Don't disrespect heroes, bro. You know that. Now look, it hit different. Do your homework on Baba, Sean. Next time you come to Chicago, say, man, gotta take you to Baba's, bro. Do your homework on Baba's Philly cheesesteaks, bro. It hit different.
Yeah,
Baba's,
that's what's going on.
They do got mild sauce on the whoops too, though. It hit different.
That
Baba's,
shit ain't it, bro.
Baba's ain't gonna steer you wrong. You get the Philly cheesesteak, extra cheese, no mushrooms, son. I just told you about the whoop now. It hit different.
Somebody
Come on,
said blowing
bro.
at a comedian is crazy.
Why I can't just live my life? Everybody been seeing me post my daughter, bro.
Okay. Now, they keep stressing the fact that sliding on a comedian is crazy. Bro, FYBJ Maine was a street dude before he became a funny man. He was throwing up the set before he became a funny man. Now, all of a sudden, because you're a funny man, you don't expect to get slid on no more. In your city, you can't have them type of expectations because you know what types of things been going on between your side, other sides, they side, your side, who y'all allies with. That don't change. Your affiliation don't change. Who you are and who you been in the past don't change for the people that don't like you, bro. So no, it's not crazy that they tried you. You still FYBJ Maine before you were the funny man. You was toting sticks. You was writing videos with Duck, toting poles, this and the ops. That don't go away like water down the sink after you wash the dishes, homie. You still got to deal with that, whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month, or a few years down the line. Them issues don't dissolve. My thing is you need to focus on you making sure your platform creates stability for you and yours. Like, because you can't keep putting yourself in a situation where people can get their chance to attempt to try you like that. Because then what if something happens? Then who's supposed to be the breadwinner for your family? Who's supposed to be the foundation? That's you right now. We got to learn to stop jeopardizing what we going through. Look at what just happened. Look at what just happened to King Yeller, bro. Look at what happened to King Yeller in California in San Bernardino. And I'm not even going to say it was a target. He's not even going to tell you he was a target. But when you from the streets, the same thing can happen. The same thing that happened to him in California is the same thing that can happen to you in Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Louis, California, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. We can keep going. It can happen to you anywhere. So when you do just visit somewhere and you don't see nothing wrong with it, but you might be in the wrong place and some people spot you and they don't know you, In their first mind, they gonna do what they gonna do. Who is that? Where he from? Yeah. And then if they choose, pick and choose, if they decide you one of those, they gonna do what they normally do when they spot they enemy. So in King Yella case, no, he don't got no smoke in San Bernardino. But California is very gang segregated. King Yella part of a gang, so you should know how territorial the world is when you moving around because it's gangs everywhere, right? So, to be with your girl and your kids, it's unfortunate, and the niggas that did it, they was out of pocket too. But who's to say they even knew that you had your kid? Especially if the windows tinted. If the windows tinted, they're not gonna know it's people in the car. So I'm not gonna just purposely say that they knew it was people in the car. But if they did, then maybe they thought he was somebody else, or maybe they thought he was from somewhere that they got a problem with and they was trying to stand on business. They just did the wrong thing because kids and women are left out of that equation when it's that type of situation in the streets, unless the woman is participating in street activity. I will say that. But in King Yella's position, he well known because he got a platform. So people do know his face. People that he's not gonna know. Everywhere that he goes, he's gonna see people that he don't know, but they know him. So who's to just say they just didn't say, "Oh, that's King Yella. Let's get up on whatever." My whole point is this can happen to anybody, not just King Yella, not just FYBJ Maine. It can happen to me. It can happen to them. It can happen to you. It can happen to any other rapper, entertainer, hustler outside, stepper, gangster. Because let's just be honest. Steppers die too. You know how many steppers from my set got tombstones right now? And they were certified smushing stuff. That don't guarantee your future, bro. All it take is 1 second of a nigga getting the ups on you. All it take is 1 second of a nigga getting the ups on you. So apparently for FYBJ Maine to be in that situation, they got the ups on him. And who's to say they didn't know who it was when they got the ups on him? Who's to say he wasn't around somebody they was trying to get? And you know how that go. This is not the movie Wanted. You can't curve shells when they come out. But if you was being more careful, you know how Chicago is. You know where you can be at and be safe. You know where to not be at because it ain't safe. So you got to move accordingly. You make it out the hood, you're not dedicated to come back, bruh. Let me just say that. And in King Yella situation, he don't live in St. Bernardino. He live in Vegas. He was visiting. But these types of things can happen. You can be in the wrong place, wrong time. You can be in the wrong neighborhood. You can be in the wrong gang territory. You could be in a gang neighborhood that's going to war with other people. So when they spot people that they don't recognize from that neighborhood, it can always be a problem. The streets are segregated. And we don't like each other more than anybody. No, I don't feel like King Yella was being too vulgar when he said what he said about Mexicans shot at my car. And I'm gonna tell you why, because when you mad, you gonna say them niggas. I was in Iowa and them dudes tried to slide on me. That's what you gonna say. So it's gonna offend people that don't even be involved because the way you saying it. And just the way he said it is what offended a lot of the northerners and the southerners. So I can understand that. I'm sure he understand it too. But we all, as street dudes, understand, man. You gotta watch yourself everywhere because it's dangerous everywhere. The streets is everywhere. It's gangsters everywhere. And when you leave your front yard and go to another city, you in somebody else's backyard. Understand your reputation and acknowledge where you at now. Understand that the steppers and the gangsters and the dealers and everybody in that section, they don't know you. Understand when you in the wrong neighborhoods and you are unidentified. Certain things can happen because these people look at you like a stranger. And when you looking at people like a stranger, we know what the outcome of that is, bruh. So we as King Yella and FYBJ, man, I mess with both of their content. They great content creators, street dudes. They funny, but at the same time, I understand them because I come from the streets too. So what I'm saying is not a diss on neither one of them because I want to see both of them continue to progress and continue to be here and fuel their platform to entertain us the way that they do. You see what I'm saying? Because I watch King Yella and I watch FYBJ Main, but I was watching King Yella before FYBJ Main. I'm talking about I go all the way back from following King Yella back from before he got shot on camera. So I mess with both dudes. So no, I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. I don't really want to see nothing happen to nobody that's out there making it and making a way for their family, man. We got to be here for this to be what it's gonna be as far as what we trying to create. So much love to FYBJ Main. Stay safe. King Yella, much respect. Stay safe, man. Head on the swivel. Stay cautious. We street dudes, man. The streets never leave us. It's always gonna be on us. It's always gonna be in us. So we always gotta be mindful of the fact that anywhere we be, we might not always be acknowledged by the people in that area that we visiting. Because nigga, like I said, it's politics everywhere. And if we ain't involved in the politics, then you kind of neutral. And when you neutral in areas that got stuff going on, you know neutral ain't always a healthy thing, man. But y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell. It's time for that. Culture for the streets. Latch off the door. It's on the flow. It's time for that. Culture for the streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. Tap in.